I'm a super lucky guy because for this year, 2025, I am working on a new project. Kind of passing the torch from my old Buhanka 4x4 van to this, the 1976 Ford F-600 4x4. Why did I buy these two? Why am I going to be working on this F-600? Well, I have two great friends and great guests, so stay tuned for this video because we get to drive both of these today. I hope we can show you and tell you everything that's the latest with it, and also what the plan is for this big boy Ford.
There you go, now you kicked in.
Yes? Yes!
Looks like it might have caught on fire at one time, and somebody threw sand on it.
Look at that. Perfect, Andre.
Is it rubbing on the inside of the frame?
She's slipping.
No, don't do that.
Well, here's the moment of truth, seeing if this 50-year-old truck can fly the mud holes.
I hear it creaking. Everything's creaking a little bit.
If you've been watching TFL Truck, you know that I purchased this UAZ 452 4x4 van about 4 years ago during COVID, and now it's V8 swapped. It's got an LS Chevy motor inside. It's got a 4-speed automatic, and I want to show you my new wheels and tires. But in order to do this, first we need to swap the wheels and tires, and David and Mr. Truck are here to help me, and then we can take it for a drive. Let's go. So David, remember this?
Yeah, so when we were up at Moab for our very first run with the Buhanka,
Yeah.
we got to the top of Hurrah Pass,
Yes.
and
And my nuts were loose.
we didn't even know it, and I guess, did we look down and like see one of them like backed out?
Yeah, they were backed out, and basically the wheel started wobbling.
Yeah.
And it actually hollowed out some
Yeah,
of these.
They did, and I had to clean them up a little bit in the shop. So you can see how much bigger that hole is than this hole right here.
Yeah, so this is probably not very safe, right?
No. So
But that's why I have CJ5 wheels off of Tommy's old Jeep, and I've got Firestone Destination MT2s.
cool.
So we should have some massive
This
differences.
is a stock Jeep wheel.
Yes,
Oh, that's neat.
5 by 5.5.
So the question will be whether or not it fits. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect, Andre.
Is it good?
Yeah.
I like the white letters. Do you like the white letters?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that hole was big enough to get them puppies on there.
So we're set to 130 because
So we're gonna torque them.
I think that's what the specs are on the
Probably.
somewhere around there.
It's probably Newton meters, actually.
Okay, Newton meters.
Yeah.
Well, I have my own arm chronometer.
Yeah.
My arm chronometer said I put them right on the money. Oh, I wasn't even close.
All right, but you know what, Jen, who works with us,
Yeah.
she used to do a tire service. So she taught me to get up close like this and use my strength. See?
Use your back, not your legs.
Exactly. Wait, do we have to go down the tippy slope?
Yeah, let's go down.
No.
No?
You want to go down the tippy slope?
Yeah.
Is this thing four-wheel drive or the
Yeah.
hubs are locked in?
Hold on, Mr. Truck.
Okay. I'm going to hold on with your neck. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh yeah, baby. I like these brakes.
No power steering.
No power steering. You know, my first truck didn't have power steering, so I'm all good with that. So since I drove it last, you got the brakes all fixed.
Yeah, Toby got it fixed.
Yeah.
But really, guys, this is like passing the torch. The Bukhanka van is passing the torch to the new Ford F-600.
This one's complete?
Not quite, but almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this is kind of a test drive for for me now that it's all
A real one.
a real test drive.
Yeah.
It's got good tires, it's got good brakes, it's insured,
It's insured, and we've got good engine, which
and
we did.
of course,
Yeah.
Cool.
yeah.
Cool.
And we got Mr. Trick to critique us.
So this
So-
thing will do donuts now?
Well, we could try.
Okay.
What
Holy
is that?
cow.
What is that?
One brake just fell off.
Almost sound like a tire rubbing to me.
Yeah, was that a tire rub?
But we weren't doing any. You think if it would have rubbed, it'd been going down that little hill we just went
Yeah,
down.
because you put it on the jack under the axles, so it's all the same height.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jack,
And it's the same width.
Yeah.
everything's the same. I don't know what that was.
Maybe it was the
So-
mouse singing.
So you do know that the mufflers are still tied with baling wire.
Yeah. The exhaust system is not quite final.
So maybe that's what it was.
Oh, it's got a nice tight turning radius.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
very
it's a
nice.
92
92.
inch wheelbase,
Oh no, about like 90 and a half.
90 and a half.
It's a 1992 year.
Ah,
Yeah.
but the wheelbase is 90 inches.
Yeah.
It's about the same as the Pinto, Ford Pinto.
Or like a Land Rover 90 or something.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm doing a little analysis on those tires. Definitely can hear those tires. That's got to be the tire noise.
Yeah. Hold on. Well, we need to get on pavement. Is it rubbing on the inside of the frame? Because they're inset a little bit more.
I mean, we can stop up here, ask Ian to pull over, because that pullover right here where the
We
pavement
need to
is.
go slower because there's a noise.
Huh.
All right, I have a speedometer here, David.
All right. Well, I want to pull over up here at where we turn into pavement,
Yeah.
and see if we're rubbing. So
Yeah, let's look underneath.
yeah.
Did you guys put that shifter in there?
Yeah.
On the road again.
Can't wait to get on the road again.
The transmission maybe is not perfect.
Yeah.
It sometimes slips a little.
So I was thinking about all the different things I've done to this truck. I mean, it's
a lot.
a lot. Even like wiring up the alternator. You know, I bought a diode and went to a one wire off the alternator.
Yeah.
That's tire noise. I mean, these are a very aggressive mud tire.
Yeah, it is.
So, but I mean, she's smooth.
And also no insulation in this cabin.
Yeah. But everybody was saying, I mean, not everybody, but a lot of people were saying that we were going to have problems with drive shaft. And
Either vibration or something else.
so when I was off the accelerator right there, we had a little noise. But when I came back on the accelerator, we didn't.
But I drove this yesterday on dirt, on old tires, and there's no vibration. All right,
Yeah.
we need to make a...
You see that noise right there?
Yeah,
I'm
off.
I'm off the accelerator completely. As soon as I come back on, it goes away.
That's odd.
But I don't think that would only vibration would be at a higher speed, not when you're on the accelerator. Huh.
Okay, we may want to turn around at the next street here, and we're gonna do a high-speed pass. All right.
All right.
So I'm gonna be telling you how fast we're going, okay?
All right, I'm gonna punch it right here. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready? She's slipping.
No, don't do that. Don't punch it.
That's not good, Andre.
Did we just blow the transmission?
But I didn't hit it that hard. We have no transmission. There's second gear. I don't know why.
All right.
at 2,800 RPM in second, and then as soon as I go to third, we have no third gear.
Okay.
Dang.
We lost third. We'll go to second. I want to see how it drives.
I mean, she moves.
Okay.
30. Let's go to 4,000 RPM.
But it's pretty steady, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, it feels great. Feels great. I mean,
We're not making a lot of power, like 220 horsepower.
I mean, she goes. She goes. I mean, that's some horsepower right there.
It's a lot of power, actually.
It won't catch
Nothing. There's nothing there.
it. It's not catching it.
David,
Yeah,
we found out that we lost third and fourth gear in the transmission.
I'm sorry.
Well, I know you were driving, but actually, it's actually a blessing in disguise, because I could have been on I-70 in Colorado here going up the mountain in traffic, and that would have happened to me there. That would have been much worse.
Yeah, yeah.
So the fact, yeah.
There'll come a time when you'll have to mash on the accelerator like I just did. And if it smoked it, you know, and you're somewhere where you can't park
With my family?
Yeah, with your family.
Yeah,
So
that
it's-
would be bad.
Yeah.
All right, so not to worry. So to be continued.
No,
Right.
but the great thing is how well it ran. I mean,
Yes.
it runs
And
really
these
good.
new tires fit with the new wheels?
Tires are awesome.
Okay.
Drive shaft so far is awesome.
I want to do three more things. I want to get a new transmission. I want to take the Buhanka and your project truck, Helen, the wrecker,
Yeah.
off-roading together.
Okay.
And I also want to try to torture this thing in the heat of the summer, because everybody said it might overheat.
Wait for a good hot day. Yeah, I like that idea. It means I have to work on mine a little more, get it ready. So, yeah.
Okay, but so this is your new toy.
I wanted to show it to you because on the last episode when Roman, Case, and I went out to bring this home,
Yeah,
everybody said, "Where's Mr. Truck?
that's what I was wondering. Where was Mr. Truck?
Why you have that?"
Oh, well, this is an older truck. And when you're going to do a test drive, you always bring a fire extinguisher.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you saw that leak in the previous episode.
Yeah, I saw you were leaking a little gas out the carburetor, so I want to be okay. I want to come back from this adventure. Well, this is
So
big.
I want to ask you everything about it, your first impressions, and then maybe if it doesn't blow up, maybe you
Yeah.
can take it for a quick drive.
Yeah, this is cool. They're like a West Coast mirror they have on these great big ones.
Yes.
And you know, you'd lose some visibility out of them, but
No,
yeah,
I like the look of
I
this.
bet you do. They swing out quite a ways.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
This spells out F-O-R-D, but there is no oval anywhere.
I know. Much later, they came out these giant blue ovals that
Yeah.
took up the grill. But no, this is good old days when they didn't have to advertise as much.
What is the styling called? This
Well,
was
it's
the
like a conventional. What
the
did you find
dent
out?
side, right?
It's called what? Oh, yeah, the groove in the side of it is a dent side.
What,
They had
with
the
this? Can you
yeah.
show it?
Yeah, they had a bubble one before this. Then they decided to pop it out. But this
So-
is what pickup trucks was. That means that this door would fit a Ford F-250 and 150.
So across the board of the F-Series
Yeah.
trucks, these were called dent sides, and I think we just looked it up. It was 73 to 79,
Yeah, they came
Right.
after the bubble. The bubble was much earlier than that.
and before it was called the bump, right?
Bump or bubble, yeah.
Bump, yeah.
That's what they were. I've had a few of those Fords. I had a Highboy with the bulging bump on it all the way to the back.
So
back
what
of
do you
the
think
bed.
in general? Is this cool or not?
Well, it doesn't have as much rust as I'd expected. It's got some on the grill, but this thing's pretty clean for what
Yeah.
it is.
It's
Dual
really-
tanks, you got all kinds of stuff.
Really amazing. So I want to get your impression, because this is also a divorce transfer case.
Sure.
And I was thinking, this is like a Highboy.
It is a Highboy. This is a heavy-duty Highboy. That's what it is. Yeah, I put the
Wasn't
transfer
that your nickname in high school?
I don't know, but I was hard boy. But the transfer case sits in the middle, and the same equal draft shafts. Oh, there, take my thing away.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're really cool, and they had great clearance, and that's what Bigfoot was made of from I think a '74. But yeah, I've had a few high boys. I love those puppies. So this one here, you can make it into a monster truck. Awesome.
Well, that's part of the reason why we're here, and also that's why David is here. We're going to talk to him a little bit later about some of the plans.
Yeah.
But now, well, let's try to start it for the first time.
Okay.
Are you guys ready?
I have to take the press and pound on the starter.
I got something better.
Okay, the starter is not engaging with the flywheel, so David is going to knock it.
It's the Bendix.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go. Now it's kicked in.
Yes?
No, I'm choked.
Yes! Woo! Yeah!
Is that the power steering pump squealing?
Does it sound like it's coming from there? Yeah. Probably. I don't know, my ears are so bad I can't hear that high pitch.
Oh, I know. That's the only thing I can hear.
I can't hear many women's voices. I don't know if that's good or bad. Well, I did. Oh, there's the leak. I see the leak. See it dripping?
Yeah.
I found the leak on Greg. Right off the carburetor. Where's that coming from? Looks like it might have caught on fire at one time.
Yeah.
And somebody threw sand on it. Look at all that sand in there.
Yeah, it's not a hose back at the base. There's a leak on the base. It's that accelerator valve.
That just coming right out of the base of the carburetor.
Yeah. Is that the accelerator pump in the bottom there? I don't know if that screw would be in there or not.
Yeah, I don't know if it would or not. It almost like the carburetor gasket is leaking.
Yeah. That's a 333 or a 383.
I got a feeling this caught on fire one time
Yeah.
and somebody threw sand on it.
Yeah.
You see all the sand? Look at this.
That's why they're carrying a fire extinguisher. Yeah.
You see that? It just soaked in gasoline.
I think we can just burn the truck up. Okay, Andre,
Do you think it's safe to drive?
give me a match and we'll just finish it.
It's about ready to catch on fire.
But guys, it's a fire truck.
Huh?
Do you get any hoses on it? Got any water on it? We do have a one fire extinguisher. I guess we're okay.
I do have the one fire extinguisher. If I didn't ruin it pounding on the starter.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've got one in my truck. If you want another fire extinguisher, I'd carry one of those with me.
It's almost like the float is leaking. Or the
It's probably that gasket on the bottom. Isn't
Yeah.
It goes to the intake
the
manifold.
float chamber
Yeah.
has got a gasket that's just leaking. It's just probably.
Oh my gosh.
That's why it was hard starting, because it had to fill up the whole float chamber
Yeah.
before it would start.
Yeah, I see.
And now it's going to dribble out until it's all gone out of the chamber.
How the brakes feel on this? There's no boost. There's nothing up there.
The brakes feel grabby.
Yeah.
They're pretty good brakes.
Yeah, 'cause you just got a single thing.
Yeah,
and no boost.
So I was talking to Dan about this.
Yes.
Dan said he thought that they abandoned the single chamber brake master cylinder back in the 60s and
But
went
this is
in
a
the
70s.
70s.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised it doesn't have a two-chamber
Yeah.
master cylinder.
Well, yeah, you need a front and back. That's not good.
Yeah, because it's just unsafe having one goes, you lost it all, especially for this much weight. What's this thing weigh, Andre?
We don't have no idea.
I'm taking to the
gross
scale.
vehicle's on like 13,000 or something.
Gross vehicle weight is 17.2.
17.2.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's not loaded yet.
That's
right now.
updated on what it'll do. Now see, there's that oil bath cleaner I was telling you about.
Yeah.
The bottom of that in the cleaner there is full of oil, and then it's got screens that sits in there, so you got to clean all that out when you clean the filter.
Uh-huh.
And they don't work at an idle. You got to go road speed before you actually cleans the air going in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at idle there's
So
nothing
it could
going
be
on.
pulling dirty air
Yeah.
up in a dust storm.
That's
or
why I
something.
finally quit them, because they don't do when they're sitting still.
Well, see, this proves that we need to put fuel injection on this motor.
Or
Yeah,
a different carburetor.
Or a throttle
right?
body.
Or a different motor. Okay, so this brings us to all the discussion on the comments. Andre, Mr. Truck, what should we do? Do we keep it Ford? Do we keep this motor? Do we put a 460 in it? Do we put a 7.3 in it? Do we put a Cummins in it? No,
Okay.
not a Cummins!
Okay.
Well-
okay, I have an answer.
You have an answer?
So I called my friends at Ford because we review new vehicles.
Sure,
right?
sure.
So, and Griffin from their PR department,
Yeah.
I gave him the VIN of this truck, and he decoded it for me. And he said this motor matches the build sheet. So it was born with a 361 cubic inch gas V8, and actually everything else matches. It's a factory 4x4 with Rockwell axles,
Wow.
Clark 5, manual transmission. So I want to keep it original.
Yeah, it's really
As-
made for 55. It's not made for any higher than that, with those axle ratios and that. So this motor, that big lower axle, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yes. Plus, we want to put bigger tires on it so we can go 60 or 65.
Well, maybe, yeah, that'd be cool.
So Dan also told me that if we did put bigger tires, like a 43, 44,
Yeah.
that we could go 70.
Well,
If
I don't
the-
know if I want to go 70.
if-
65 is plenty.
If the motor's got enough beans to get us there. I mean, so it is possible to keep it.
Well, it looks like a 4-barrel. It is, isn't it?
Well, that's a
We
good
don't
question.
know. We need to lift up the
Yeah,
corner.
I'm gonna pull it all off to see. I don't know. You see how much sand is in there, Andre?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Somebody was soaking it with sand.
No, put
Well,
the fire
that's how
out.
they're evaporating the gasoline. It's kind of like a leach field. You know, all the sewer from your washing machine.
Yes.
You know, goes out and then leaches out in a gravel bed.
Yeah.
Excess fuel leaches out and evaporates.
Also, this truck is retiring.
Oh,
You
it
know,
is.
he worked for 49 years. Now he needs to do something fun.
Yeah, make
know,
him
maybe
into
go
a heavy
fishing.
duty Bigfoot.
Yeah.
It's got all the toys in it. It'd be a Bigfoot. Like
Yeah,
a
hi boy.
High boy Bigfoot.
Yeah, so he's retiring. He's gonna let his hair grow out. You know, he's gonna
Yeah.
go party.
Yeah.
He's gonna go
Oh.
fishing,
Party.
fishing, camping. He's gonna go to the lake. This is what I want him to do.
Holy cow. Glad this thing's got a running board. I wouldn't get near this.
Are you fitting?
Almost. Wow. There's a lot of gadgets in here. A red light. Wow. Okay. Really nice interior. It needs a dash on it, but not cracked, not rusty. Nice seat. 5-speed emergency brake like we had in the old days. And this is the 4-wheel drive levers.
It's got twin sticks. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like what Jeeps did in the old days. High and low. Yeah, this is nice big cab. And then the seat moves back. It doesn't have a tank back there. It's nice. 4-wheel drive instructions. Did you read the 4-wheel drive instructions, Andre?
Yeah, I did. And the PTO is right underneath the choke. You see that little?
This one?
Yeah, that's the transmission
yeah.
PTO.
Yeah, that needs a new knob because that knob you twist it to lock it out.
Okay. You used to work on some of these trucks, right? I mean, with some of these on the farm, right?
Yeah, that was nice if you were dumping or something. You want to keep the PTO steady when you're lifting the hydraulics on the bed, and there's a lot of reasons to have one. Yeah, this is cool. You know, this is like a tractor, man. This gear, what the gear axle ratio? 6 something?
680.
Wow! Go out and farm in North 40 with this. Yeah, I had a 1-ton like that, really geared low. Wow, is this a windshield wiper squirter? That rubber thing? Andre,
What?
is this a windshield squirter, this rubber button on the bottom?
I don't know what that is.
I bet it is, because there's a tank somewhere.
Okay.
Then it's got the bright lights on the floor. And just a few years earlier, we used to have the starter button on the floor. This is too cool. It's got all the gauges you need. Tachometer. That's pretty cool.
Very cool. And this is aftermarket, right? The
It looks
tachometer?
it looks like aftermarket. Oh, I love it. It's with the little cigarette ashtray. Look like, oh, it's even got cigarettes in it. Whoa. Yeah, those are really tiny ones. All these old trucks had that same thing. That's a hydraulic stabilizer for steering the truck. I mean, these have to be big wheels and a lot of power to get them to turn.
But when I drove it at first, it was quite easy to turn it. So this is working
there you
still.
go. Yeah, still got some oil in the reservoir, in that power steering pump reservoir. Let's look at the back axle. It's cool. Of course, it's got dual tanks. They've all got dual tanks.
I might actually replace that. I may want to go to a single tank inside the frame versus these tanks on each side.
Of course, underneath there, you can see the drive shafts are about the same, and you got that divorce transfer case, which is too cool.
But you were telling me about these leaves.
Yeah,
too.
these leaf springs on the rear. The front is backwards compared to this modern trucks.
Yeah.
This is called a double slipper. Usually the slipper on one end, and that flattens it out and goes. This one slides both sides, and that bottom leaf there, that's a stabilizer that keeps it from walking away. And you can also adjust your axles.
So that when it squats down, this moves out.
Yeah, on each end.
Yeah.
On each end. Nowadays, they just move out on the back end, but yeah.
Well, Mr. Truck,
Yes, sir.
thanks for risking your life with me.
Oh, there goes the Bendix.
Push.
We're going to pump all the gas out of the engine onto the ground.
We're still alive.
Yeah. Let's not sit still too long. Is everybody out of the way behind us?
I think so. David, are you okay?
Got it ready.
David's got the extinguisher ready. You gotta give it a lot. Yes!
Oh, where am I going?
You're pointing the right direction.
Okay.
Mr. Truck, is this like high school for you?
Well, I didn't drive a 2-ton truck to school, but I had a 3/4 ton.
All right, good, stop.
Almost
You got
has
vacuum?
brakes. Yeah, I'm almost at 15.
Is that the reverse?
I was trying to hit second. Think I'm getting in second?
So we need to go by his car.
Okay.
It's geared so low. Can you fit in there?
Well, I can fit anywhere.
You're a
Gotta
Mr.
go-
Truck.
You gotta go faster. You can go anywhere. What's David in mind if I hit his
And then we're gonna go right.
knee?
Thank you for risking your life. Let's go in the grass. Just see those tanks. Don't run over the tanks.
What tanks?
They're in the ground.
Oh,
The sewage tanks.
oh, there's okay.
Look at those clouds.
Wow. I know it's supposed to rain. It's going to. Son of a gun. There you go.
I think it needs a little bit of work. have to go fast. Let's crawl. Use crawling speeds.
Yeah, okay.
I think this is a granny gear.
Well,
I think we're using granny gear.
Is that choke all the way in?
No? Should we?
Should be. Here we go.
You may have to double clutch it. Holy mother! Ah, we're going for it. Well, don't blow up the engine.
Remember when Roman and I had gone with that old Chevy? And
Yeah, I remember.
he was
You asked
scared.
him if you was religious.
Yeah, it's religious. It said, just tuck and roll if you have to jump out.
You could straddle whatever you want. Here's our bachelor pad. We're in our bachelor pad.
You think this will be a chick magnet? You think we're going
I
to
hope
pick up chicks with this?
The cows love it.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the cows.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out what this is. That's so weird. This thing is 50 years old, and I've been out of high school 50 years this month.
It's your 50th anniversary?
Yeah. We're going to party down here 10th of May.
So it's not ideal, is it?
No, it's
What?
well, it's not. It's an old truck, so it drives like an old truck.
So like the gears are a little crunchy, right?
Yeah, we don't know how good the clutch is. It's
We need to check the fluids.
Yeah.
Probably, right?
you haven't checked the fluids.
No.
Like transmission, differential, engine. How about no engine? Well, I wouldn't check them either.
This was $3,000 I bought it for
Well, you
at
know
an
what? Yeah,
auction.
but you want to spend $6,000 on an engine after it blows up.
Sight unseen.
Yeah.
Sight unseen.
I understand that.
Hey David, do you want to drive it into the pit really quick?
Yeah.
David, now it's dreaming time.
I love Dream Weaver.
I'm excited. Remember how I was saying when we were in the front that I want this truck to retire? And I think part of that retirement, it has to have the working bed out of here.
You're not saying you're going to put it in the graveyard.
No!
You're saying you just want to retire it from his previous
Work.
life.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, he's not dying.
Not dying,
He's
okay.
going to, he's going to the resort. He wants to let his hair down.
Gotcha.
He wants to play,
Okay.
not work.
I'm all in.
Okay.
I'm all
So
in.
what are you thinking? Because you recently built a bed for one of your projects. You can make anything out of wood or steel.
Well, I mean, the caboose, remember that?
Yeah, the caboose.
Yeah,
You built that.
Built my own caboose.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me, what are some of your thoughts about this?
Well, I have been doing a lot of thinking since you bought it.
Okay.
That was last week, and of course I have every night to think about it. But I'd say the first thing I would do is put a little shine juice on the patina.
In the front?
Yeah, the paint.
Well, let's show that.
I don't want to change the paint. I just
Okay.
want to make it shine.
Okay.
Because it's a little dull right now.
But I kind of like these rub marks
Yeah.
here.
Oh, that'll just pop out. So
So what do you think? Like maybe polish, a little bit of sanding and clear coat?
no, they
What?
make a product. I mean, some of our favorite YouTubers make products that will shine this up and leave all this in there.
Okay.
And I think
Can you
it's
help me
important.
find that?
Yeah, I'll help
Okay.
you find that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure that many of our viewers know right where to go for the best stuff to make this thing look
But
good.
except I don't. What's
Okay.
wrong with
Well,
me?
we'll look for the comments.
Okay. Now, what do you think about this?
Well, I think because of what it might become, my vision is to take these off
These guys?
from here down
Wait a minute. But how would I climb in here?
and integrate with a whole new bed, side steps.
Which are in the same style, you mean?
Yeah, because I really think the ground clearance needs to improve. Obviously, it's been hit. You see how this side's lower?
Yeah.
And this has been in. I think what happened is, this truck's made for going off-road, and it got hit right there.
Yeah.
And that one got bent up. So
Yeah.
I would love to incorporate some side steps that can handle
Well,
some of
let's think about it. Maybe use AI to draw it together. And
Are you good at that? I'm not.
I'm
Maybe?
a little bit.
Okay.
All right. What my dream is, as much as I love the dual tanks,
Yeah,
I want to get rid of them and put a single tank in the middle.
Yeah, I like
with
that.
a fuel gauge. The fuel gauge is not working right now because there's no sensor really.
Right.
So I want to kind of fix that.
Yeah, you know what's unique, not unique, but interesting about this truck is that the rails are their standard 34-inch rails.
You mean the width of the rails?
Outside to outside is 34 inches, which is standard for
And they're
cab
flat.
and chassis, you know, pickup trucks, and they're flat, which makes it really nice to build a new bed.
Because the truck was really born as a commercial chassis cab.
Yeah.
Which means it's got, you know, the straight rear frame where you can put anything on it.
And it's flat. It's flat. Unlike pickup rails, you know, they have dips and weaves and all that. And this is completely straight, completely flat.
And it's hard mounted, but it's using a wooden plank.
Yes.
Because there has to be some give, right?
Give, yeah.
There has to be a little bit of give in it.
Like my old 45, the same thing. It had a little piece of wood in between the bed.
Okay.
So it's U-bolted everywhere. The only weld is right here in the back, underneath here. So this one's going to come off pretty easy.
All right, you think so?
And it probably weighs a ton. I mean,
but how big is this? I wanna have a vision. Like if you built a custom bed, how big is this?
So our spring perch is here, so we have to at least be that long. Here's 10 feet right here.
Can we extend it? Well, we don't have to.
10 feet. I mean, that's a nice see because look at your departure angle on a 10-foot bed. If this was gone, I know we have to have some kind of a bumper.
Yeah.
But if this was gone, you'd have an excellent departure angle.
Okay.
With a 10-foot bed.
Plus, if we put a camper on this, if we had 8-foot floor, and maybe I need somewhere to put the spare tire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's about 89 inches wide.
Okay.
Oh, you're thinking about putting a toolbox.
Or a spare tire.
In the middle.
Yeah, but where else would I put a spare tire?
Well, that's a great place for it. I mean, they're big. So
yeah, think about, well, how tall is this?
Yeah. So, yeah, it's 42. If you put a 44-inch tire on this thing, it'll be as high as that. It'll be as tall as the cab.
So maybe it'll be sitting here somehow. Maybe we can create like a little shelf for it.
It's going to roll.
Yeah.
Roll in there. You got bees at
bees. I think the beekeeper was here. Oh.
You must smell good. Smell like a flower.
You know, it'd be nice if the headache rack of the bed was as tall as the cab. This one's shorter.
Yeah.
I'll match them up a little bit.
That would look good. A headache rack. That's what.
Yeah, up to the top of the cab.
That's what Mr. Truck is saying.
That's incorporated into the spare tire.
Yeah, carrier.
Yeah. And maybe even a
little storage.
A little storage in there with it.
And if this is gone, there could be a storage box here too, somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We could. I mean, it's all about breakover angle, and that the other one's dented in really bad.
Yeah.
This one looks like it may have been hit a couple times.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of it gets in the way of your.
But what kind of bed are you thinking?
I'm thinking.
What is the construction of the bed?
So I'd say custom flatbed out of steel.
Okay.
And maybe do like 3 or 4 inch channel, 2x3 channel, going all the way across. And here's here's what I've been dreaming of.
Yeah.
Not just a flatbed.
Okay.
Nice headache rack with the spare tire on it.
Okay.
I would love to make this into a multi-purpose truck. So it could be a flatbed for carrying things. It could be a wrecker, an off-road wrecker. I mean, it's got the axles for it.
It does. It's got Rockwells.
And a nice flat bed that you could slide a camper on.
Like a diamond deck.
Diamond deck.
Grip. You want grip.
Yeah. Andre, as you know, I'm a big fan of Matt's off-road recovery.
We've spoken about this.
I've been to the wrecker games, you know.
Heck yeah.
And I've inspected every wrecker there.
I've missed that couple of years of that.
Yeah.
And I'm so bummed. I want to go next year.
So I came home from going to the very first one.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm building my own wrecker.
Okay, which is your project Helen.
Yeah, my project truck, my
Yeah.
Chevy. Yeah, because Rory's kind of like my my big YouTuber that I watch.
Inspiration?
I never miss Rory.
Inspiration.
He's my inspiration.
Okay.
So I built
so
a
it's
shed.
not me.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're kind of, I don't want to dish you, Andre, because you're my main man
it's fine,
here.
it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
But I haven't even met Rory, but I love what he does.
Yeah.
So I came home and built my own. I would love to build a boom that's integrated into the bed, maybe even indent the bed.
Like in the middle?
Yeah, a little depression.
Okay.
So that you could leave the boom on there. So
like lower it and it hides in here?
Or a removable, like I made mine. Mine's completely removable so I can have a flatbed. And then it also has to have a headache rack that has removable, let's call them angle braces, because you have to use the headache rack for your winch to pull your boom up and down.
And it has to be strong.
But it has to be very strong.
Yeah.
And so you could have removable angle bracing, removable winch, removable boom, so that you could still use a flatbed for other stuff.
Okay. I'm almost, we need to draw it somehow.
Okay.
But my mind is blown. But removable boom would be very interesting, because when we're not camping and the camper is off this truck,
right,
let's say, then
it could be back in the back 40 recovering vehicles that get stuck.
When Roman gets stuck back here.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's really cool. What about the camper then?
Okay, so as you know,
yes,
I have built a couple homemade campers before.
The caboose is one of them.
The caboose, it's on a 1975 frame from a camper I had when the kids were small.
Okay.
And so I pretty much used the frame, reinforced it, and built my own caboose on top.
And I like the styling because you got exterior skeleton kind of, and the walls are inside, inset a little bit.
Exactly. I kind of came up with my own way, and it's been since 2019 I built it, and it has weathered a lot of over the road. I took it to Michigan, all the way back over through the Dakotas, so it's got a lot of miles on it. And
so what are you thinking then?
And it's done well.
Can we lift your caboose and put it on top of
No, I want to build a complete, something completely different that's
But
unique.
with similar construction.
Yeah, maybe similar construction, but maybe even something just bizarre. Like Pinterest bizarre.
Are you talking like little tiny homes or tiny house?
Yeah, like a tiny house.
Yeah.
But I'd like to build it so it fits on the bed. It has jacks, 4 jacks, so that you can jack it up and drive out.
Kind of built in.
And then you can lower it to the ground and store it.
Yeah.
And maybe not super fancy, but some that your family. I could see you going to the state park like you do with your boat.
Yeah.
And you sleep in the camper in this.
We need the hitch as well.
So you can pull your boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Need the hitch.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
You pull up in this really old style truck that's
with a Pinterest tiny home on the back of it.
On the back of it. So
and then there's a boom comes out and just goes wah. Right?
It slides out the back and
that'd be something.
Yeah.
There you go.
So the possibilities are endless. It's just a matter of budget. So it's a matter of what you tell me to do, and I'll build it. You dream it, I dream it, I'll build it. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can start small. Maybe we just start with the bed for now.
Yeah.
And the boom.
And then grow that forward.
Make it into a recovery truck to start with.
But first it needs to stop leaking fuel.
Yeah, we got to get the motor figured out.
You're going to be cool on a flatbed if you put a trough in the middle, like taller trucks out.
Yeah, a trough. That's the word I was looking for. A trough.
And then you can take the boom arms and lay them in there. And then with a flat surface, you can make a big house on it.
Yeah.
Make a house 8 feet wide, flat floor, don't worry about making it humped in the middle.
And maybe
big one.
8 or 9 feet long.
Yeah.
And then a cab over.
Yeah, a cab over camper.
The camper that goes over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely needs to be a cab over camper.
Okay.
With some really cute, crazy.
Not handsome. Let's use the word handsome.
You can't use the word cute.
No, there's not going to be pink and cute.
Okay. No, it's going to be masculine. Definitely masculine.
Macho truck.
Yeah.
Macho high boy.
Maybe even rusty.
Remember, guys, the name of the truck is Bachelor Pad.
Yeah,
really?
exactly.
It has to be manly.
No girls allowed. Wow. Right?
Or actually, maybe sometimes they're allowed.
Put a school bus body on the back and you take it to Vegas with a whole bunch of party guys.
No, I agree. You got to be able to take your woman with you and your kids too. So, yeah. but we can.
Well, it's hard to put 4 people in the cab, a single cab.
It would be not legal.
But now my kids are driving, so
Yeah,
they can bring
that's
their
right.
own little vehicle
Yeah,
or
right.
the Buhanka maybe.
Would your wife ride in this with you?
I think so.
She would? Okay.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be so cool with your boat on the back? You're backing down the boat ramp with this F-600 with the big old camper on the back. I mean, you'll be the coolest guy at the state park.
So David,
Yes, sir.
I wanted you to be able to drive it too. But here's the thing. We're in 2-wheel drive right now, I think.
Yeah.
So we may have to shift it into at least 4-wheel drive high. But it's been raining last 2 or 3 days, off and on.
Yeah.
So you know how soupy it gets back here.
Yeah.
So I don't have a big truck to pull this truck out. So what I was thinking is, if we could descend Andre's Pit here at Onyx Off-Road Course,
Yeah.
maybe we can come up logs.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Because there's a little bit of traction on the logs.
Okay. Let's go through the trenches, just see about articulation.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's get it into 4-wheel drive first.
Okay.
I'm in neutral.
Do you want to throw
clutch
it?
in.
Oh, something
Yeah.
can just happen. Do you want to try?
Yeah, let's try it.
That might be 4-wheel
Yeah,
drive.
yeah.
Do you want to descend into trenches?
Yeah, I want to descend in the trenches.
Okay. Let's do that.
She's low. I don't know why you'd ever need 4 low, because it's
This is low enough,
It's low right there.
but it's not low. It's high,
Yeah, it's high. I mean, that's at 680 gears.
but it's really easy to
Yeah, look at that.
steer, right?
Very, very nice. I love it.
So you can see yourself going down to the local drive-in, right?
Oh yeah.
Let's see how she articulates.
There we go.
Well, here's the moment of truth, seeing if this 50-year-old truck can fly the mud holes. Holy cow. Look at that articulation. Whoa, there goes the brake.
I hear it creaking. Everything's creaking a little bit.
Everything is creaking. Can you stay in here for a
Yep.
sec?
You can hear them springs.
Yeah, I'm sure that it's not rack and pinion, it is recirculating ball front end probably hasn't moved that far in all these times.
Wow, guys, this
You
is
see
cool.
that the steering rod down there is about touching the ground. Below the differential.
Stop. Oh,
She died on me. You want in?
I'll walk with you.
Okay.
Hold on. Turn this way. Stop. David,
Yeah.
even with that terrible leak,
Yeah.
she's still running.
She's running good.
So I think, can we come back down?
Yeah.
Up and down?
Yeah.
And the longer it's running, my enthusiasm is growing.
Oh yeah. This
Is your enthusiasm
oh, yeah.
growing?
Very capable truck.
It's like a walk in the park,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. I mean, you bought the right truck. This is one to keep forever.
Okay.
Forever.
Okay.
Yeah. You ready?
It just needs a little bit of gas, right?
Yeah. We're still in 4 high.
I can't believe it.
She climbs this like nothing.
And it's crawling in 4 high.
Crawling. You want me
So
to
if we can make a big loop, we
Okay.
can come back down
Okay.
and go up logs.
Come up logs?
Yeah.
Okay. Here.
So guys, we are here at the Onyx Off-Road Andre Spit, we call it. This is an easy course, right? But this is our first test.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know how this thing articulates.
And we don't know if it's going to blow up next minute.
Yeah.
So we don't want to take it in the back course yet, right? But we will when whoa! Sorry. I almost flew.
That's why it's broke like that.
I almost flew through the windscreen.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
There's some deep holes in this thing. You hear it just creaking and moaning? I mean, them springs haven't been
Exercised in a while.
Exercised like this in a long time.
I want to see how bumpy it is, if we can get our fillings loose, you know?
This is like nothing.
Do you think we can get our fillings loose?
I'm kind of curious if we can get it into 4 low. You want to try and get it into 4 low before we go up this?
We could try.
Okay.
Maybe it'll just walk by itself.
That's what I'm hoping, with no fuel.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. We're in neutral.
So this is 4 high.
Yeah.
And it says high. Now if we pull
Low.
this.
Hey, it moved.
It moved.
Sweet.
Okay, now if you go into granny,
Granny.
what happens?
That's low. That is so low. We'll see if it just. I'm giving it a little bit of throttle because it's not
running great.
Great.
This is 4-wheel drive low. Oof. This is not the perfect ride. I was hoping.
Yeah.
I wasn't hoping for a perfect ride. Ah!
Bump into you, is it? Little rodeo action going on here.
That's low. Mr. Truck is laughing.
You want to go down rocks?
No.
No.
But wait, this is first gear, 2,000 RPM.
That is low.
Low gear. Mr. Truck is smiling. This is incredible.
Now you know,
Yes.
puppy didn't have any flat axle lift. They all 4 stayed on the ground no matter what you
Really?
did. Yes.
So the articulation was really good?
Yeah, because it's a C channel.
So the frame is actually flexing.
Yeah, that C channel.
Not just the axle
Right.
moving.
1 minute, second.
That's okay. The engagement of the clutch is really high.
I know. Needs adjusted. But yeah, I was amazed as I kept watching it and I didn't see it lift up any. All the tires are on the ground the whole time.
And can you believe this, that we're still not on fire? That's incredible.
Yep, it is. Will this climb that hill in a second?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Because it's geared so very, very low.
That is. We can put a plow on the back. Got some plant corn out here.
Can we, like, I don't know, spread seed or something?
Well, sure.
And do you see the cows and the horses like this truck?
They do. They think it's awesome. Their pasture's about bare. They probably need to come over here and eat some of this.
You know, my enthusiasm is growing. I was telling David.
But what is?
My enthusiasm.
Oh,
because
yeah.
this truck is rough right now, but the more we exercise that, the happier I am.
Well, they did really well through all the stuff they did up there.
Yeah.
He went to those deep holes. Yeah, I was amazed. I kept thinking, what, like a Jeep or anything, they'll lift a tire.
Yeah.
Didn't lift any tires.
That's amazing.
That's great traction.
That's so great. Oh, look, the horse is running with us.
Yeah, he says, I got some horses here.
The horse is running.
How bad? He loved it too. He likes the sound of this.
Said one tank is full of gas.
Almost.
Looks like it has decent oil pressure. It's not that bad.
Yeah, and the temperature is okay.
Good, yeah. All systems are go.
All right, get it to 2,000 RPM. Let this puppy fly. Woo!
Yeehaw! Hi-yo, Silver! Up and over!
My friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again.
Yes, thank you. Okay, bachelors. No, actually, we're not. We're
No,
all married.
I've been happily
Yes.
married for 40 years.
I've been
Yeah.
happily married for 22 years.
I've been happily married for 1 year.
So we are not bachelors.
Yes.
but the truck is.
It is.
But the truck is. So I'm so happy. Even though we had an issue with the Buhanka transmission today, we saw how amazing this Ford is.
Oh yeah, I'm
Right?
totally
Oh, it's
impressed.
got traction, man, and never lifted the axle. It was always on the ground planted with that
And you
little
didn't have to
frame
use
flexible.
your extinguisher.
No, I was ready to go, but no.
All
I
right.
survived the first day.
So stay tuned, please, for more episodes of Bachelor Pad coming up very soon.
And give us your feedback.
Yeah. And don't forget store.mrtruck.com for all your accessories
Truck accessories.
and
I don't
trailer
have anything to
accessories.
sell.
Oh, you know.
Just my abilities. That's all I got.
Yes.
Sorry.